Good morning. Quick thing here. The podcast I did with Mike the Rational Boomer is now up on YouTube and Spotify. Please check it out. Good conversation. We talk about things that happened last week, like the labor firing the labor commissioner and other stuff. And moving on that theme, one thing I always say, we all have to say it, math doesn't lie. You do the math to get yourself out of problems. You do the math and you realize you're sometimes screwed and you have to figure out how to fix it. That's the idea. One of my favorite lines from the movie The Martian is at the end when he's talking to those class of students and he's saying, what do you do? You do the math. You solve one problem at a time. Unfortunately, with the Trump administration, they don't do the math. They do math and decide that it doesn't exist. Case in point, yesterday, Trump arriving from another golf trip using our money to cheat at golf. Yeah, brother, we caught you again cheating at golf and claiming you're the greatest golfer known to man. I think Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, Arnold Palmer, the list goes on, would have to say something about that. But that being said, cheating at golf is one of the list of things that I put on what it is to be a good man. Look up that video. And dude, you cheat. It's sad. It's sad. It really is sad. But anyway, and our tax money pays for your trip to cheat. So he comes back and because Trump has never, ever not had an opportunity to talk to the press. That's why the press loved him until he started turning on him. And they started asking him about, first thing they asked him about was the labor statistics. And he went totally fake, rigged, Biden, Kamala Harris, all that, and that's why she had to go. And then he goes, what you guys should be talking about is that I dropped drug prices. And I saw that and go, weren't you the one that took away the insulin being $15? $15? Okay. Aren't you the one that got rid of Medicaid to the point now that they're telling people to get out of the nursing homes by September because they're canceling their Medicaid contracts, nursing homes are? But Trump went on and goes, yeah, I reduced, it's just this fabric. I'm sorry. It just amazes me at that he says this and the bullshit is bought. And he cut drug prices 1,200 to 1,500%. And someone said, you mean 15? He goes, no, 1,500%. Ladies and gentlemen, that means the pharmaceutical companies, in addition to getting your medication, would send you a check. Not only would you get your medication for free, you get money for it. You make money for being sick. Okay? That's insane. And he doubled down on it. And again, the MAGA folk are going, you see, he didn't do shit. He doesn't believe in reality. He is living in a world that doesn't exist. His world. It's an evil world. And all it cares about is making himself look good at the expense of the American people. And you folk buy into it every damn day. The math does not work. He is lying to you. But you bought the lies, and you get everything that you deserve right now. And the rest of us have to sit there and figure out how to unfuck this. But imaginary math is not going to save the economy. Yeah, there's the concept of imaginary numbers in math, but that's only to make real numbers work, so everything fits in. But no, it doesn't work. You can't say, yeah, that's the way it is. And you want an example of that? The head of Trump's Economic Council was on, I believe, Meet the Press. Oh yeah, because it was Kristen Welker. My hair stood up on end. Ugh. Asked her, he asked, I think his name is Kenneth Hanmeth, and this guy's swarmy. He sits there with like a smile pasted on his face. He doesn't look human. He looks like some kind of android. Or someone's got a hand in his butt making him work because he just sits there and smiles. Creepy smiles. Talking about economics and the greatness that is Trump and how everything's great. And she asked him, do you think now that the economy with issues because of the job reports, at least he didn't drop those, didn't get rid of that. Would you call that now Trump's economy, or do you still consider that Biden's economy? Motherfucker still sat there with that big old shit-eating grin and said, yeah, we still consider that Biden's economy we're trying to fix right now. They are fucking up the economy, but still blaming Joe Biden. And then the motherfucker had the gall to say everything's going to be okay. We're getting tariff profits from other countries. We're getting tariff income from other countries. That makes no fucking sense. That tariff income comes from us because we're paying higher prices, which means we won't buy the products, which means it's costing jobs. Ask Ford and GM how their profits went last quarter. Bye-bye, because of tariffs. It's ridiculous. Hell, the Swiss economic minister is about to lose her job because the dumbass agreed to 39% tariffs, and the country goes, we did. The rest of the listeners going, we didn't agree to that. What the fuck? And she's about to lose her job because she let Trump talk her into this bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, again, math does not lie. And as much as the Trump administration, Trump regime may want, it still won't work because you may fudge the numbers, but in the end, reality will catch up with you. Reality is not a concept, especially when it comes to math and economics.